Welcome. I have decided that I want to do a little fly tying video, or whatever you want to call this. Hopefully this becomes like a thing that I do. So this is the first one that I'm going to do. Today I'm going to be tying the olive France fly. So what I think I want to do is just tie flies that I actually fish. I'm not going to be doing this stuff where I'm coming up with cool patterns and just making garbage videos like everybody else I think does. So this is the stuff that I actually fish. This winter I'm literally stocking my box right here. You guys can't see it, but it's hanging here on the side. I'm low on olive France flies, so that's what I'm tying. I'm going to make a little video for you as I go. I've already tied 3 here, so let's get started. So I like using 70 denier olive thread. Big fan of 70 denier for just about everything. I will use some GSP stuff, but we'll get into that as we get into that. So first off, let's get this hook all situated here. My big fat fingers. So let's get this going. Just a couple wraps here by the bead. I'm not trying to set the bead quite yet. I'm going to actually use the micro stretch tubing here in a second to do that and fill that slot in a little bit. So let's grab my coq de leon. This guy here has got a nice coloration to it. I don't know what the word they use. Doesn't really matter. It's just a tailing material. You can use pheasant tail if that's all you got. So I like using about a hook gap. The hook I'm tying this one in particular on is a Fulling Mill Jig Force size 20. I tie this fly from a size 14 down to a 22. So do with that as you please. Cut that free. Now this is the little trick that I was talking about with setting the bead. I'm going to put the micro stretch tubing into the slot of the bead. You can see how it stands the bead right up. And I'm going to take a wrap, 2 wraps, pull it tight. Sort of sitting in the bead there a little bit. Now I'm going to really stretch that micro stretch tubing out. That way I got a nice thin profile going all the way down here to where I tied in the tails. Coming back up to the bead really quick. The bead's not 100% set, but it doesn't need to be. Put my thread on my bobbin cradle. This is why I use a Regal rotary. So I'm going to come in here and use the rotary feature. It is very nice on these stretch tubing France flies. Just come in here nice and under control. And then I'm controlling the tension with my other hand there to get the taper that I want. And I know there's not a lot of taper there. I don't really want that much taper. Couple wraps, pull it tight, stretch your micro stretch tubing as you cut it. That way it doesn't leave a tag. And then I'm using a Compton Fly Performance dubbing with Pine Squirrel UV flash. Here's what I'm talking about. Just going to take a little tiny pinch of that. And that's all I'm doing right there. Going to come in, dub up my thread just a little bit. And a little goes a long way on these smaller flies. Push that up in there. Just a couple wraps. Now you'll see that I kind of do a couple extra wraps through that with the thread. Really keeps that thorax in place. I like a 3-turn whip finish. You don't need anything more than that with what the other tip I'm going to show you here. I UV glue all of my whip finishes. Even with like a 2 3-turn whip finish or a 3 3-turn whip finish where you're doing it 3 times. Just still find that your stuff comes unraveled after 6 or 7 fish. So gonna glue this up, and this fly is about as permanent as it can be. You're gonna lose it on the bottom before it falls apart. So there it is. Really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll keep pumping out these videos for you on what I'm actually fishing, and you guys can add them to your box. So really appreciate you watching, and see you on the next one.